Hello, welcome to Tweet the Leader New podcast where we chat about realistic leadership theories. On today's episode, we're going to welcome back another student from the Cape Breton area who's going to bring strategic ideas and also empowering ways of how she is inviting to the community. But before we go, I'm going to check in with our amazing guest co-host, Megan McNeil. What's going on, Megan? How are you?
Good, I'm good. How are you?
I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good. It's a good time to be doing another podcast. So it's all good. It's all good. So
Awesome.
I'm gonna invite this amazing young lady by the name of Annalise Robinson. I just love your name, Annalise. It's just an amazing name. Thank you so much for
There.
coming on to the episode. Just want to check in with you. State your name and the school that you go to.
Yeah, well, my name's Annalise Robinson, as you already stated, and I go to Riverview Royal High School. Yeah, I'm in grade
Awesome.
12 now. I just finished grade 11.
Awesome. How's that going?
Well, grade 11 was rough. I decided to take a whole bunch of grade 12 courses so I wouldn't have to have a really rough grade 12 year. And then I
Right, right.
took on multiple sports and a whole bunch of other things. But yeah, I might have bit off more than I could chew, but I got through it with good marks. So,
Right, 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 right. That's awesome. That's awesome. So, can you explain why is leadership important to you?
well, to me, leadership is important because it's a way of bringing together a whole bunch of different people from a whole bunch of different backgrounds with a goal in mind. You're either trying to get a job done or get a team together to win a game, or even if you're just in your classroom and you're trying to figure out a project. It's important because it's nice to have people that are able to bring everybody together and not only do it in a good, positive way, but also be there to listen and understand everybody else that is involved. So, yeah.
Wow, that's an amazing response. Thank you so much for sharing that. It's so important to hear young people speaking your passion, and I can see that you're passionate about it. So it makes me happy.
Yeah, I never used to think of myself as a leader because what I thought leadership was, oh, telling people what to do, like, oh, you do this or you do that. But as I got older and I realized all the people around me were really strong leaders, I understood better that leadership is more of a democratic thing rather than telling everybody what to do in a to B manner. It's more of understanding people, listening to them, and using them and their knowledge to empower everybody to get stuff done. So I think that's really cool, and I enjoy just going around and listening to other people's sides of stories, getting
Right,
more input, and being able to, because if you understand everybody else and you've got input from so many different areas, it makes it easier to
right,
get things done, and it makes it way more efficient and
right.
maybe even better your end result because you're not alone, you're working with so many other amazing individuals. So yeah.
That's awesome.
Exactly.
That's
That's
awesome.
awesome.
Caitlin, do
So
you have
I
any other questions to share and empower to this conversation? Come on, let's bring it on down because Annalise, I'm pretty sure she's ready to respond again with some good information to help people.
exactly. So I have a follow-up question to that. So my next question would be like, what makes you stand out in your school or community?
Well, certainly the fact that, I'm a woman, and I'm African American, but not only that, I didn't originally come from here. I was born in the United States,
Mhm,
Okay.
specifically Boston. And even though I moved when I was like 4 years old, I come back every year.
mhm,
So I have a really strong connection with my family in the States.
mhm,
So not only do I bring that whole perspective, that whole understanding of, you know, just being a citizen in the United
mhm,
States, but there's so much more history and there's a lot of rich culture
mhm.
Mhm.
that I am a part of and I carry with me throughout my life and everywhere I go. So, yeah, that's a unique perspective I have. I would also say that I really, really try to listen to everyone. I really, really make it a point that I am here to help people. I'm here to listen to them and get their input, not to sit here and tell them what they need to do. So
Oh,
yeah,
that's
that's
awesome.
For sure.
what I'd say
That
about
is
that.
awesome. So do you have any like specific qualities as a leader, like maybe 3 qualities you could tell us that explain your leadership roles really well?
Um, I would say that I am a very open-minded person. I don't like to be stuck in one way of thinking, one way of doing things, because I feel that really
Yeah.
It
limits
does.
you. So I like to keep my brain open to all new possibilities. It also helps that I'm quite creative. I'm an artist as well, and that runs in
Hmm.
my family. So also keeping that open mind and looking for new, maybe different or creative ways to solve problems, I feel that makes it really cool and easier and almost kind of fun to get around and figure things out.
For
So
sure.
yeah.
Awesome.
Is there a specific person or a role model that you looked up to that made you want to become a leader?
Uh, it's really funny because I it was something that I was kind of oblivious to all my life. There was never that one like person in pop culture or just like that one leader I really connected to as a person. But as I
Hmm.
grew older, I realized it was my family. And as cliche
Right.
as that may sound, each and every one of my family members
Hmm.
are really strong and outspoken and passionate individuals. And I only now realize that I've been surrounded with so many amazing leaders, my mother, my father, and my aunts and uncles. They're awesome people and they are each unique and different in their own ways and are leaders in their own professions. So I think it's really cool to just look at how leaders can exist in multiple different facets and ways and professions. Yeah. So I
Yeah,
look up to my mom, my dad, everybody in my family.
awesome. Great
Awesome.
answer.
Awesome. That's really good. My next question, Annalise, and this is more focused on um you standing up for what you believe in your leadership. Have you ever been judged for standing up and what you believe in your leadership work?
Uh, I'd say it's hard to live in this world and not be judged
Yeah.
because you will always have somebody that disagrees and is willing to let you know that they disagree for whatever the reason.
Right.
So, yeah, though I may not have had that big standing up to authority moment,
Yeah.
I've certainly had people behind my back kind of say things or tell me that, hey, I don't agree with this, or hey, I think maybe we should just, try and silence my own opinions.
Right.
Um, just dealing with that, I try to make sure that, hey, this is what I believe in.
Yeah.
I say it in a respectable but hard hardcore way, like, hey, this is it. I'm not going to hold anything back, though people may not agree. I'm totally willing to hear their opinions and sides as to why, but if they do it in a disrespectful way, there's really nothing I can do there other than stay true to myself, make sure everybody knows this is me. I can't really change it, and yeah.
And that's very important to be yourself and to stand up for what you believe in. Yes, you can adapt and change in different ways, but know if you're doing something good for the community and if you're building on something that brings a great awareness. So I just want to wrap up and say and do a quick check-in. Megan, how are you doing? How was this episode?
I thought this episode was amazing. She's a very well spoken young lady, and you're doing really, really well.
Yes, you're doing really good. Thank you
Thanks.
so much, Annalise, for taking up the opportunity to be here today. I just want to share a quick word of advice as we continue to move forward in leadership. Like Annalise said, you have to be open minded, you have to be true to yourself, you have to be that individual to build your mind to where you want to go. And I encourage every youth out there, build yourself, be yourself, encourage others, listen, which is key in leadership, and make sure that you're moving forward with great success. Have a great day, and we'll see you at the next episode.